Howdy do, howdy do. Happy Tuesday to you. Yeah, it's another edition of From the Heart of a Woman. Just felt inspired to pop on. Y'all excuse me, I'm kind of leaning back. Yeah, I like that photo. Anyway, uh, leaning back on my pillows as I prepare to get into a few things today. I've done my lesson planning for my son for homeschool for this week. I've done lesson planning for my classes for this week, and they have their assignments. I got stuff to grade, extra credit, teaching high school and teaching the psychology college course from in the house is about to drive me, but I'm going to be okay. Nevertheless, I'm coming to you today because of a conversation I had yesterday. I don't know if I shared with my precious people, that would be you. I deal with, and I've had an official, what is the word I'm looking for? Diagnosis of major depression. But that was years ago. I want to say maybe 16, 17 years ago. Maybe longer, I'm not sure. Anyway, and by the grace of the Most High, I defeated that major depressive period. And I gotta say, it wasn't the first one that I'd endured. It's just the one that I sought some help for. I remember back in the day, before I had my kids, that I made an attempt on my life. I was going through a divorce, had been in an awful marriage situation. Don't get married to somebody that thinks it's their job to change you. And don't get into a marriage where you think you have to change the other person. That is never going to work. Anyway, yeah, I made an attempt on my life. Failed attempt apparently, because here I am. And yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But the one thing I note the one thing that I've observed about me, my patterns, when it comes to these depressive periods, is always around the same time of year. And so in doing some research, I've determined that what I'm suffering from is seasonal affective disorder. Now, what is that, Professor? What is you talking about, girl? At the change of the seasons, which is really ironic because I absolutely love fall weather. I absolutely love the changes in the colors of the leaves and the crispness in the air. What I can't stand and what adversely affects me is the absence of all this light that is usually in the atmosphere and in the earth during spring and summer. Now, spring is cool but rainy. Summer is beautiful but hot. But fall, the crispness, these big lips getting in the way. The crisp air, beautiful. I love it. But the fact that it's getting dark at 5 and staying dark, that's, yeah. Real quick, see, I got my blinds open so I can let natural light into my bedroom. I have to have light, which makes sense because, scripture says that we're children of light. I'm a child of the light. We're supposed to be the light that sitteth on the hill. That, yeah, because he's the light of the, we are the lights of the world. And so I crave light. And so with seasonal affective disorder, there is a depressive mood that comes in when the body does not get all the light. And it's natural light. I can turn on all the lights in the house and not feel the same as when I'm getting sunlight. Now, back to that conversation that I had on yesterday. Was talking to one of my babies, and y'all know I got a lot of babies. I only birthed 3, but I got a lot of babies. And I was talking to one of my babies, and she was concerned about me. You okay? You okay? And I said, really? I mean, nothing physically hurts, but I'm really not okay. And I realized also that I'm not really skilled at talking about not being okay for myself. Now, I do it for everybody else. For everybody else, I know how to sit and listen and deconstruct and rebuild all the ideologies that come with being a psychologist. I know how to do it for other people. For being a life coach, I know how to sit with, unpack, find verbiage for other people's stuff, but I don't know how sometimes to put words to what is going on with me sometimes. And I guess I've determined that to be because I'm used to taking care of everybody else. And I'm not so used to putting my stuff. And see, this is kind of hard for me to even talk about right now. I'm not used to putting my stuff in the lap of other people. Real talk, I feel like I'm being a burden. Not that I feel like other people burden me with their stuff, but because that's what I do. But for me, I guess maybe I feel like I should be stronger. I feel like I should be better. And maybe I'm just afraid or ashamed to allow people to see me not always on my square. Not that I believe that I'm perfect. Far, far from perfect. Far from it. Filled with flaws. I am fallible flesh, and I recognize that. But in a lot of the circles that I've been a part of, I've been a pillar. And it's not an easy thing to admit weakness. It's not easy. It's not when you're looked upon as being the strong one. I'm gonna go on and say it. I had a little situation with a family member, and it absolutely broke my heart. To not be able to even have a conversation with someone I love because I don't even know why things deteriorated the way that they did, because we're both adults. And I tried to have a conversation with this person, and they interrupted me. some verbal vomit on me. It made me feel, made it seem like it was all my fault. And in that moment, I stood and I let them finish saying everything they needed to say and watched them walk off. And that broke my heart. You my blood, and we can't have a conversation like two women. That broke my heart. And I didn't know where to take that, except for the Most High, But I tell people all the time, yes, He knows our burdens. He knows the heavy things that we carry. However, He did not make us not to be relational beings. He did not make us to not talk to, commune with people. We need people. That's why He placed us, Adam in the garden. He needed people. Relationship is important to the Most High. Otherwise, He wouldn't want one with us and then create people for us to have relationships with. Put us in families, in tribes, and communities with which we are to relate, to other people. That broke my heart, and I didn't know where to take that hurt. I didn't know where to go to unpack that, because I'm used to being the strong one. I'm used to being a pillar. I'm used to being the mother hen. I'm used to being the caretaker. And so I've been strength. And so laying that down is hard. It's hard. It's hard. So I guess I'm bringing it to y'all. I don't know. And I guess I'm saying that to say, check on your strong friends. Talk to them. Ask them what they're going through. And when you do, don't follow it up with your story. Because I'm going to tell you, 10 out of 10 times, they're going to shut down on what they're dealing with and switch over to caretaker mode and deal with what you're dealing with. 10 out of 10 times. Ask me how I know. It's exactly what I do. When I've tried to speak to people about, to be authentic about my personal struggles and trials and tribulations, really just talk about me, I get their story. It's not a sword fight. Never gonna try to shine somebody's pain or what have you. And I know people don't intend to do that, but that's kind of what it feels like. Girl, let me tell you what's going on with me. That's where, it feels like the negating of what you're dealing with in that moment. And it's a shutdown. Every caretaker. The shutdown happens because now we switch into caretaker mode. Check on your strong friends. And trust me, they're not okay. And they're going to say, I'm okay. Over and over and over. And over and over. And over and over. And over and over again. Because they're not used to. We're not used to having someone be our caretaker. We're not used to being anything but strong. And I guess that's what I came on here to say. Again, check on your strong friends. Check on your strong friends. And trust me, they are not okay. As usual, if you found value here, like, share, give me a comment, a thumbs up. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. Share this. Alright? Alright. I'm finna finish my day. Well, finish my room. Figure out what we gonna eat. I'll catch you when I catch you on the next video. Professor out.